Hello, Pasta. How you doing? Good. That's good to hear. Um, hold on. I'm trying to test the. Okay, yeah, I think it's good. Um, I was having trouble just now because the program froze, but it's okay now. Making something for my fantasy world. Also, you're working on stuff too. That's cool. That's nice. What's your stuff about? Are you writing and illustrating, or maybe doing one part? Okay, so this is a 38. Oh, the music stopped. Alrighty. Just making a fantasy world. If I decide to make a book, I'll wait to see. Oh, so you're doing world building basically. Um, yeah, that's what I started with as well actually. Not for this project. This project is kind of just something that I I'm using to figure things out. Uh, Noise 30%. Okay. First thing I'm making is a troll. I make them look like old parchment for the drawings, then write a description of the beast. Oh, so like something like a bestiary? Like a codex documenting all of the creatures. I forgot what his hair was. 38. 38 here. Like the troll, it could say something like, as dim-witted as they are strong, trolls are the beasts guided by their hunger and often act before they think, as if there's any thinking going on up there. Um, they tend to use rudimentary weapons such as clubs, um, as anything more complex may cause their brains to explode. They are a large stature with smaller trolls still being 8. Damn, that's a big. Yeah, they're giants. Dumb giants. I don't know how tall trolls are supposed to be. It depends on the setting. It's really up to you, right? It's fantasy. I think the trolls in like Skyrim, I remember them being pretty tall. Um, but then there's some that have the trolls being really small, almost like, well, not necessarily small, but they kind of like um cram themselves into small areas, like under bridges and stuff. And then there's others that like go into, I guess, really old lore where trolls are a type of fairy, just like goblins are a type of fairy in like really old lore. Is this the right? Yeah, this is seemingly the right one. It just kind of looks really dark. I don't know. Trolls from Skyrim are about player size if they stand up. Oh, I felt like they were larger. Like I felt like they carried around like tree trunks. Unless that was a mod, or that was another creature. And then like in I think in World of Warcraft they're on the tall side. They're like taller than the orcs, I think. Oh, those are just giants. Oh, I see. Okay. How about World of Warcraft? Also, hi. How you doing? I don't play subscription-based games, so I don't know. I don't know either. But um, I just know all. I just know about it because of the what's it called? Well, the fact that it's a huge, was a huge franchise, and also has some pretty cool cinematics. I'm like second guessing my use of a tone for the hair, because tones give something of a porous texture that I don't feel is correct for the hair. Or what's up with my tone? I'm sounding British. Might design some large spiders, but then I'd have to use fantasy spiders for the reference because I can't look at real spiders as I'm deathly afraid. Yeah, I see what you mean. I'm rather mortified. I'm utterly ashamed. Quite shaken by the sight of arachnids. Yeah. Spindly little things. Yeah, that's them. Like how you can just like write the way they talk and it comes across as British. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna try something here to see if like I can use like a different method of shading the hair. I guess it's gonna be weird because I might have to go back to this page to redo it. But let me see something here. Actually, I don't think I need to go back necessarily to do that. Because I can do, yeah, I can do this, right? Yeah, so, okay. Well, I guess I should ask you guys then. What do you think is better? This style of shading on the hair? Or the dot tone that I was using before? Or if it doesn't really matter, I guess that's also an option. So I'll switch back to dots. And then the smooth style. Oh yeah, my orcs are also gonna be philosophers who dropped their warrior culture a long time ago because I think that would be funny. Instead of trial by combat, trial by whatever the equivalent of chess would be. Smooth looks like it has more distinct levels of darks, but depends on you. I feel like the smooth is better. Um, it helps with the with like this thing with shading materials because I don't know the dot tone just gives things a porous texture that I'm associating it with other things. Like I guess it doesn't really matter. Try by debate, yeah, there we go. Because like technically there's a tone on his arm here for the shading, but there's also the wash underneath. What's with the music? It kind of just goes quiet. Let's skip. This looks really good. Thank you. Um, what the heck? What's with the music? Is it even playing for you guys? Oh, it's just super quiet. Yeah, some of the music that I download here, they're not properly uh equalized, I guess. I think you guys can probably hear it on stream. It's just me that I can't hear it. Oh well. Dwarfsmen get to largely keep the same. Tall Dwarves probably has such a massive market share though, no competition. Yeah. But then they wouldn't be dwarves, they'd be alcoholic human. Yeah, they'd be Irish. Potato, potato indeed. Failed that spelling. No worry, I got you. Okay. I've decided. I'm gonna go with the smooth. Elves, I might make them brutes like they deserve to be. They're actually pretty, like, like in various pieces of fiction that I've consumed, they have a pretty hardcore and brutal culture a lot of the time. Even though their origin is more, they're like stand-ins for like very angelic kind of good, like Tolkien, right? But if you look at, for example, the elves in Dragon Age, when it was not garbage, and some other one that had elves, and they're kind of like brutal tribal types. I can't remember. They're not brutes, just severely racist. What sort of references are you tending to favor from? Or are you just going for general fantasy from everything? Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna do that. For skin, I guess I will do the same thing. Just so I have that proper texture. What do I do with the tones then? Just materials? Oh well. Let me delete the ones that I'm not using. Boom. Okay. Mostly Warhammer and Tolkien, and depending on the creature, sometimes Harry Potter, like that helped me with the troll, along with the Warhammer.
Care package on the way.
Hello, Kyo, how you doing? Okay, package, I will take a drink. isn't this the graphic novel? Yeah, it's the uh okay, so hold on, let me zoom out. So it's kind of slow right now because I'm still getting into the hang of things. But this is third page and uh it's loading. Yeah, okay, so this is the first page. It's not done yet. I have to do various detailing. Um don't save. This is the second page. It has dialogue, but I haven't finished like the details inside the mirror and like some random stuff elsewhere. Trying to write the characters with their own voice, that's why they're speaking like that. Damn, I feel the hug. Yeah, I'm hoping it's okay because well this one. Yeah, this one feels nice. Yeah. So for this, it's a trouble with how I drew this where it doesn't look like he's moving his hand um from this side to the other side. It just looks like he has two of his hands going in front, but that's done and done. I'm not gonna go back and correct anything there. My quality of drawing changed. Oh my god, the music keeps turning off. My quality of drawing changed because I adjusted my brush. And right now I'm doing the tones, which I'm probably gonna stick to materials only. Cause when I add tones to skin, it just feels like I'm adding a texture that doesn't belong to the skin. So for this, the noise tone is okay. That's the shirt. All right, 99%. That's a lot. 99% for the seats. Wonderful evening it is for a stream. You write it differently every time and it trips me up. But yeah, how you doing, Lotus? Okay, this music is again super quiet. Is it even playing anything? Too damn quiet. You're well, that's good. This is better. But yeah. So what happened to the stream then? Because I'm not even in the writing category, and so we have Pasta, we have Kyo. Well, Kyo was here for a while. Lotus was here for a while too. But like, it seems like a lot more writers are showing up. I don't know if I'm sharing it somewhere that there were writers at and they're finding it there, but because I'm trying to find different places to share the work in progress. Reddits are decent, but I'm looking through Discords. Your wish for being a hub for artists is coming true, just a little late. Maybe. I don't even have the Discord set up yet. Like my own one, but it's not even like it's gonna be that big because I found communities that are, well, I guess this isn't necessarily a knock on me because sometimes when communities are really big, it's kind of difficult, I guess, to navigate and to like get personalized feedback because there's just too many people. And yeah, so maybe it's not that bad. But yeah, I was saying that I was looking at Discord communities and stuff, and there's some huge ones. I guess they become good to promote work rather than co-work or get feedback. Now I know after the troll lava golems. Lava golems. The original lore of golems is actually quite something. They're some type of undead. The golem's made of lava rocks, yeah. So your one is more of like an elemental, right? But apparently the original for golems was a type of undead where you imprison spirits or even bodies and you have them basically be thralls, slaves, servants. Don't know why fantasy doesn't take after Middle East mythology much. If it's are kind of along those lines. Yeah. They also have like they have so much cool stuff for the Middle East, like the jinn and all that stuff. But oh my god, the music again. Is it gonna be like this? Okay, I'm gonna switch my playlist. Um, let's play Millie. It doesn't fit, but the other one didn't fit either. The original was clay statues that would follow the builder's orders. The fantasy, like fiction origin, or the like mythology one? I guess there's a couple, depending on the culture. The mythology. I know the Middle East one, I think it was, that has them be slaves. Well, I guess following the builder's orders is kind of slaves, but um, the one I'm thinking of is the Jewish origin. Isn't it the Jewish one? I don't know if I'm mixing it up or not, but either way, I guess it's some type of slavery. Like whether or not the soul is encased or not. I don't remember if it's from a specific folklore or if it's from like a fantasy writer that added that in. Jewish one is brought to life by Hebrew letters and incantations. Okay, so this is like straight up a magical kind of, I don't know how to describe it, like a nature, an ordering of like a nature spirit or something, not a person or something inside of it. All right, if that's the case, then I'll probably mix it up with like someone's writing, which means that yeah, I guess it's an interesting idea. I could probably build off of it. Hey Gothic, how you doing? Freezing to death? Have you eaten or drank something warm? Yeah. Well, yeah. I haven't been like super cold in a long time, but it's because I'm usually like making sure that I have enough calories to burn and stuff. Mexican lasagna. What do they do differently for lasagna? Jalapenos in it, maybe? Because that's what we do. We're not Mexican, but like we used to put jalapenos and pretty much every, or habaneros in the sauce. I could work off it somehow. Yeah, think so. Yeah. What are some monsters that you would consider basic, like in fantasy? Oh, and I got a notification. Oh, it's you. Thanks for the follow. Um, Monster to consider basic. It's like besides the ones that you've already talked about, chimeras. I always find chimeras to be really cool. Or Therions, if you're. I guess there could be a distinction between those two. Um, I guess there's griffins and stuff like that, but if you're talking about like races, you already have orcs, elves, goblins, trolls, um, mermaid. What are they called for mermaid? There's like a merfolk. I don't know. Siren. No, that's like those are mermaid and siren are specifically female. There's a term for like this the type of people, but I can't remember what it's called. At this point, dragons. Dragons are pretty basic now. Um, what do you got? What do you think for races, Lotus? Besides the like the ones that we've already outlined, or I guess general monsters, because you mentioned golem, right? And that's like a pretty general monster. If we're sticking to region, like uh, like a northern setting, well, I guess golems wouldn't be technically. It could be northern setting, but beastkin, a race of ant people, the hive. um, or I guess the mites. Hive is more bee-like. Colony would be more ant-like. Okay, so I guess I will take. Where should I put the layer though? Up here. Yeah, so with beast skin, it probably covers like uh werewolf types, catfolk, and all that. I'm also doing some monster roly polies that the end people use in their arm. Oh, like I'm imagining pill bugs. Is that what um the basic fantasy races are? Elves, dwarves, slash orcs. I'm talking the most basic of the basic. Yeah. Oh, so yeah, yeah, the pill bugs. I used to play with those when I was a kid. The shadow here, it needs to be darker. Oh yeah, lizard people, yeah. The reptilians. How could I forget about them? And I guess there's like, I don't know if you're gonna go with infernals and angelics, any of that stuff, or if you want to stick to like fantasy, because yeah, it could get out of hand if you want to be all inclusive, but yeah, I think it's better to like have a set that you're going for. I'm actually doing snake people. Remember N- N- Njango? I'm doing something sort of like them. Njango. Ninjango. Let me see. Ninjango. I'm getting a ninja game. A Lego ninja game. Let me type Ninjango snake. Oh, I see. Yeah. I've seen them here. The beastkins are a creation from a beast god to destroy civilization. Yeah, they had snake people. Yeah, that's cool. Make everyone feral. Return to monkey. Hold on, let me catch this sneeze. There we go. And beastskin are all males, but they make more of them by performing rituals on captives to make more of them. So like, what's that called? Is it transmogrification? Let me search it up. There's a word for like magical transformation. I think it's transmogrification. Transmogrification. Transform in a surprising or magical manner. I guess, yeah, maybe that's the word. Rituals on captives. You're reading into this a little bit. More on just like, oh, how my beastskin work is that they don't really die from old age, but they can be killed. Oh, so they're like um cancer. No, no, I'm not old. GW, I'm not going that route. Old Beastman lore from GW is absolutely cooked. I'm assuming it's like, I don't know, some breeding kink shit, but I can just look it up here. Beast can original lore. It was not consensual. Okay, so let me see. Beast can original DW lore. Beastmen, proud of their origin, it's said that they are descendants of ancient men corrupted and twisted by the influence of chaos. I don't know if this is the original, actually, but what is the old lore of Beastmen? Yeah, it's not giving me it. I can probably dig deeper and find what you guys are alluding to, but it's fine. Then no beastmen women, so they force themselves onto women. I got some goblin slayers issues there. Okay, I'm thinking deeply. I'm thinking deeply. I keep reverting back. Um, keep reverting back to this because the idea of a tone is that it's not to do with the light; it's to do with the actual shading and texture. My problem is that it doesn't reflect the texture. I mean, yeah, it doesn't reflect the texture, it reflects only the shading. But I guess that's one of the compromises that I'll have to make. So yeah, we'll stick with that, I guess. I don't know how that got out of the writing room. Uh, the new lore is that they do have beastmen women, I believe, and they also take babies that were abandoned on the edge of the woods for looking like a beastman. Oh, so like half, I guess, like half halflings, not halflings, half breeds. New lore is kind of soft. But yeah, I got bee skin for any location. Like there's deers, bears, even jackals depending on the area. But is there Bigfoot? Like yetis, I guess, something like that. Which I guess are like northern monkeys or apes. Yeah, but they're not bee skin. Like what qualifies as bee skin are animals that are not primates being transformed into humanoid animals. I have no idea. I remember going back and forth with someone on what a furry is because there's like a chart that shows you like each step of furry, and like after a stage where it's basically a human girl but with animal ears, a tail, and I don't know, maybe she has fangs or like I don't know, claws or something. They said that that wasn't a furry, but for me, it's just like I don't know. It's kind of like I don't know. I don't know if that would be considered a bee skin either. Would it have to be more on the beast side? Like with full fur, full body fur. Maybe like facial snout or something. Uh, yeah. Also for my world, northern pole is a volcanic wasteland. Wild southern pole is frozen wasteland. Yeah. There can be some actually like in real life frozen deserts, salt deserts, and stuff like that. I'm going to have to consult the furries when I make bee skin. Yeah, probably. Trying to compare the hair color and see if I should just use the same tone or not. But I guess I could just do it and see what it looks like. Where? I think it needs to be darker than that. No, darker. Wait, let me double check. Brunette. What's Alex's hair color then? Brown here, so like basically same thing. Well, maybe lighter. Hmm. Oh yeah, I made an iceberg of horror. Just to help me think of stuff. I'll read that when I'm kind of bored of drawing, I guess. I think that's relatively safe from furry range, kind of more in line with buff dudes wearing animal masks sort of deal. But yeah, Beastmen are one of my favorite races in Warhammer, which now sounds scuffed after telling you the old lore, but I got in way after the lore was changed. In the clear, you don't have to worry about about standing the cursed lore. You can tell me. I'm gonna have the hair be darker. I think I'll do that. But I don't want to go fully. Why don't I have darker than this? Does it become too much? Okay, let me try it right now. If I, it's kind of funny that it managed to leave the writing room. I imagine the writing rooms were a lot smaller and less worried about sponsors and all that stuff back in the day. For good reasons, in my opinion, but things can get kind of crazy when you don't have to worry, I guess, about public image and stuff like that. Oh, it was made in the 80s. Okay, so yeah, it would probably getting wild. There's a lot of wild stuff that came out of the 80s. The story actually takes place in the 80s, the one I'm working on right now. Let me check what the how do I do this? Okay, yeah, I do this. 87, let's go to 97. I think I can get away with that. Yeah. I'm gonna add a 97. Oh wait, let me see what a 99 looks like. Okay, a 99 is just straight up black. Okay, so the highest I can go is 97. And maybe I'll reduce the 87 to, I don't know, 83 or something. Let's see. I'll edit the template. Yeah, they're probably like, women aren't buying our stuff, so we don't have to worry about the lore being too bad. Oh wow, cheaper viewers, where do I sign up? Yeah. So what's going on with the, I guess they're getting around it by not having links anymore. Yeah. So what people do is they would take like, the cheap viewers and you see how they have those weird symbols inserted there? I guess they're trying to get around it with that. I don't know how like this is still a thing because no one's gonna click on this if it was like a whole ass working link. So now that it's not a link even, like do you think people are really gonna go through the labor of assembling the link just so they can, it's just weird. Um Either way, let me ban this account. It's like the second time I saw someone put cheap viewers like that. Oh, for here? I actually didn't notice the first one or not, but or maybe you meant another stream. That, yeah, it's probably more likely. I need to probably add the list in general. Yeah, okay. Let me edit. It was in tones and it was in dot. Every other tone layer has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 different yeah, so they have 10 different levels. It's just the dot tones that don't, which is weird. Why did I do that? There has to be a reason why I did this. But the percentages are too specific. I just don't remember why. Circle. Oh, okay, so that's why. I see. But that's going to be a problem because it's going to change every time I change the resolution of the canvas. Does it matter even? Okay, 150%. Let's see how much it matters. Doesn't matter much. Remember the good old days when they had a paragraph ready to go? Yeah, the bots were a lot more robust, but I believe it's a internal issue. Like they're letting them stay around because it's just added traffic to their website. They can pretend that they're getting tons of people. and then a large portion of them are bots. It's the same reason Twitch has so many, or Twitter has so many bots. Whatever the bots do, it must work at least on one guy. Yeah. I actually got a message from a hacked account of an artist that I follow today. Um, and I guess their account just got hacked. Because they had an alt and they were like, don't respond to this account or anything that this account says. And then obviously I responded to it. I just didn't click on the links. You can talk to them, but as long as you don't click on whatever they're trying to get you to click on, you're fine. I just wanted to see what the scam was, so I asked the questions that you need to ask to get them to reveal what they're trying to get you to do. And then I was just like, yo, could you give the guy back his account? And then I got blocked. But he's reported now, so I guess that is gonna get taken down. Now that I have a case here where it looks like there's not any point, because if I work on a document that is more than 300, then I have to readjust it again. 300 DPI, I mean. And it doesn't matter past 150% zoom. So here's what I'm gonna do. Wait, let me get rid of that. 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, no. Actually, yeah. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let me see what the difference is between this and 10. Bro, anytime there's a person who hacked or faked a friend's Instagram account, they always try to get me to join a Ponzi scheme. Yeah. Three. Okay, so there's three that's very, very light. Is it light enough to notice? Yeah, it is. Okay, so it's light enough to notice from 5. This is the kind of stuff I should be doing off stream, but here we go. Alright, 15. What the f- What is it not letting me type? Okay. Actually, yeah, it's not gonna matter because if I need lighter than 10%, I'm just going to shave it down basically. So that's what layer scraping is for. What the heck? I guess I should use the mouse. Okay. So we know that this one doesn't go like it needs to be 97 to be different than 100%. Yeah, so it still registers as a tone at 97%. That means we can shift this down to 89 just so it's different enough. Shift this down to 80 or 77. Shift this down to 69. And this one can be 49, 47. $33. Alrighty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, well that's fine because it doesn't we can't have like a or did I miss a tier? I don't think 53 is necessary. Yeah, alright, we're good. I feel the content I've been consuming lately is making me think in just a lower quality writing, or I'm skipping through stuff because I'm not as invested anyways. Either way, need to find some smart stuff if I want to make stuff halfway decent. What have you been reading lately? I've been reading for a bit. I guess I've been playing Fallout 4, and that's really nothing burger in terms of its writing and dialogue and such. Books are expensive if you're looking for. Yeah, they are. That's why I pirate everything. terms of reading, I haven't really read much. So if I ever get into it for real, there's tons of stuff for me to read through. Like classics are probably enough for me for life, but I'd like to read stuff that people come up with now as well, especially if I know them. Not because it's gonna be like the most amazing thing or I'm gonna make the most amazing thing, but it's just fun to kind of uh craft together, I guess. I know that some of the a lot of the short stories have, I guess, like sometimes they have a hit or miss thing. I don't really read them necessarily, but like I watch videos that read them for me, and I just consume it that way. Sometimes they have like videos where they add a bunch of atmospheric effects and stuff too, so it's not like I'm getting the raw intent of the author. It's kind of colored by the performance. But yeah, even then though, I'm kind of like gender locked, or not gender locked, genre locked to horror. Um, haven't really been reading much in other genres or like watching stuff in general actually. Like I think I already talked about before how like I used to watch anime a lot and now I barely watch. Even though like I downloaded so many to watch, I just don't have, I guess, the motivation to just sit down and watch something. And there's like stuff that I know I'm gonna enjoy. Like it's gonna be really good to watch. Freerin, um, there's a couple other ones I downloaded. I probably have like 3 terabytes of stuff to get through at this point. Okay, so for her, in this corner, I can just, no, actually, I won't black it out. I will use noise. This one, yeah. No, wrong one. It's this one. Noise, okay. No. I need to refine the lines on this one a little bit, but I can throw the tones on anyways. Because I know it's going to be like this up here. Actually, isn't, no, it needs to be less. It needs to be with lines. Oops. I don't even know how it does that sometimes. Okay. So I'm gonna rest my hand a sec. I guess my back too. I've been sitting at a weird angle. Guess I'll read this thing since I mentioned it earlier. But basically, since I have a bunch of other projects, I was trying to like categorize them to like see what type of horror um and I guess aspects of horror that I could work with through each of them. And what I came up with was an iceberg, so they're technically all present, all these tiers. Um, but obviously, at the deepest level, the weirdest and the wrongest is going to be where the themes are for the more complicated ones, I guess. The most simple ones are the thriller slash killer ones. I guess like the slasher movies, where there's something chasing you, and basically it's like you understand why you're afraid in at this level. It starts to get more obscure, like why you're afraid as you go further and further down. I think the one we're working on right now is at Deepwater tier. So it's like it's to do with creepy, uncanny stuff. I have 9. I work with 9 deadly sins, quote unquote. Um, and they're correlated with like I guess the 10 commandments, which are the read more like 9 to me, but that's another topic too. And a fraud, which is what the creature is in this case, is in the deep water, creepy slash uncanny tier. So that's what I'm going to be kind of playing with. There's not really going to be much of this. Existential, Lovecraftian level horrors. But there will be some psychological stuff. So that's how the iceberg thing works. And, you know, gross stuff, thriller slash killer stuff. I wonder if there's a story that I could home in on this. I would say something like Vita Carnis or Gemini Home Entertainment go this far to Abyssal tier. Hard to choose Abyssal tier scope if it affects the world or just really breaks one single person. At least that's what I think about for it. Yeah, and sometimes it can be indistinguishable, right? If it's breaking the whole world or if it's just breaking one person. And that could be part of the horror too. Because technically, the whole world could be a simulation in one person's mind. There's some thoughts about that. But I do have some stories written about uh like the idea of something killing us or life itself in the universe over long periods of time that we don't even notice that it exists. And it doesn't matter if we do or don't because we can't do anything about it. Which might as well be reality itself. I think the sweet spot is probably here. Mid-water and deep water tier. Because like you can have abyssal tier undercurrents, but building a whole story around abyssal tier um, is too depersonalized, I think, for most readers to connect to it. It's like a very world buildy background noise type of lore. Made a note about how the planet is just a godly parasite that slowly feeds off its own creations, which is why life has an ending in the first place. Kind of twist on Garden of Eden and Cosmic Horrors. Yeah, that's like yeah. Unfortunately, it's just a concept and would be a major end of things revealed. Yeah, yeah, and I like those kinds of stuff. That's like there's one that I think I read like a lore beat that made me think of something where the earth like it needs to eat, and that's why we exist. uh, Something to do with the practice of burial, um, the fossil record and archaeology, and oil were being digested. Like life forms are being digested, and oil is like the mid stage. But yeah, there's a bunch of weird stuff that you can come up with, and like pieces of information that you can just connect together to make it sound not legit necessarily, but persuasive enough to be creepy or to like elicit a response, thought provoking at least, right?
Care package on the way.
Hey Raga, how you doing? So yeah, care package. Let me take a drink. I think I'm out of water now. No, I have one more. But yeah, I can't think of anything past abyssal tier, so that's why it's 5 tiers deep. And they're ordered in a way that obviously I would find scary. I don't know if maybe some people would flip psychological and uncanny, or maybe some people would think they're the same thing, but for me they're pretty different things. Um the distinction gets with the last three, the distinction gets more difficult to make, I guess, too. Like more subtle. Like I don't know how I would. Like for thriller killer, your protagonist has to be afraid to die. Um, for disgust gross, your protagonist still has to be afraid to die. Psychological slash trauma. Um, and creepy and uncanny. I guess your protagonist doesn't necessarily have to be afraid to die. And then for weird slash wrong, your protagonist can't die. And it's not necessarily true for each case. I'm just trying to think of something that, like how I would write a protagonist for each of these to maximize elements of it. I guess abyssal tier, dead space is probably also in there. Hmm. Yeah, I can't think of anything past. I'll take another drink of water because my throat is going. I don't know. I don't know if it's like a throat sick or if I'm just losing talking stamina or something. Or maybe I'm not drinking enough water in the day. That could be it too. Hello, Ren the cat. I don't know what that means. I'm assuming that's like annyeonghaseyo or something. Let me translate. Korean translate. English to Korean. Yeah, that's hello. 안녕하세요. 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 Congrats. Are you is that something that you're learning? 안녕하세요, 여러분. Is it because of the dramas you've been watching? Duolingo, yeah. Here's another. Mama? What does that mean? Just mama? Mhm. Is Korean the only one that you're learning right now, or have you started like a few? For me, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna do Asian languages because the writing is just too different. I can't. It's too much to kind of study, I guess. Like for any language that use romantic or I guess like Latin based, I feel like I can just learn by almost osmosis. I can or like a sponge, I guess. Just over time exposure to it, and I'll just pick it up. Japanese as well. Japanese, I know a little bit more of just because anime, but um, obviously can't really read it. I can just say like oh the basic stuff I guess like uh ore wa ore desu genki desu ka onamae nani or I just scream random like stuff that you hear from like I don't know some crazy anime just scream the Japanese phrases. Uh Duo is dead. Yeah, they have a little marketing stunt going on. I forgot what it was about. Some social media thing. Got hit by a cyberjet. Duolingo was they were developing a music learning app and a math learning app. I don't really care about the math one, but uh, have you tried the music learning one? I want to know like how far they've gotten with it. Because when I was using Duolingo, they just rolled it out, and I was trying it out. I guess it taught the basics, but I don't know how far they got with it. If they're still developing it or not. Maybe it's only available for paying members too. I don't really know. Haven't tried it. I feel like for music, to learn music, you just really need to play with the instrument, and then eventually you just kind of figure out what to do to make the sounds. At least that's how it was when I used to play. Gave up on trumpet. I wouldn't be able to really do that. Wind instruments are probably something that I don't have the lung capacity for that. I was always a string instruments kind of person. All birds go to heaven? Thought that was for dogs. Birds too now? Oh, the Twitter post. RIP Twitter Bird and Duo. I just checked the weather is low, negative 12 Fahrenheit, I guess. I remember, I think you're from the the US. I don't think it's that cold here. I think it's, what is it? It's negative 13 Celsius here. Does it have a quick button that I can just swap Fahrenheit? No, it doesn't. Oh crap, I clicked on it. If that popped up on the wrong screen, it would show you where I lived. But I think I've already doxed myself a few times on stream anyways. Yeah, it doesn't really show. Quit weather. Fire? Yeah, I should do this on a different screen. Or a different computer. 13C and F. Okay, so 13C and F is 55 Fahrenheit. The low for you is 12, so what is 12 Fahrenheit? Or negative 12. Oh, so it's negative 24 for you, damn. Yeah, that's pretty cold. Literally was playing Gorilla Tag and someone read my Gorilla Tag? What is Gorilla Tag? Is that like a online game or something? VR game full of toxic people. That's funny as hell. Right before I was about to stream, a YouTube video was recommended to me. And the video's title, I think, was something like VR chat has a pedo problem. I want to watch it. I wonder what's going on with VR chat. But he read out my y-axis of my location and got freaked out. The y-axis of your location? Like, do you mean longitude, latitude? Or something else? Or do you mean like in the Gorilla Tag game? Oh, longitude, lat. Okay. That's weird. I guess there's probably has something that can see people's IP information and maybe connect that to their physical address. That's creepy. Creepy G. It's impossible to get that kind of information in the game. That's what the creators. I never believe what the creators say. They're legally required to say that. It is true though, there isn't any way for them to get people's locations. Are you sure about that? I feel like there's always a way for someone who wants it. That brings us to this day's sponsor, NordVPN. No. Why? Don't you want to be safe? It's Raid Shadows. Yeah, Raid Shadow Legends is going to protect you from the hackers. Super Time Half Bowl? Super Bowl halftime? You mean? Yeah. What? They actually had a Raid Shadows Legend ad? Really? If so, crazy if true. Yeah. Damn. Where the hell are they getting the money from? Like who's is China behind Raid Shadows Legends or something? No Goofy? Wait, what do you mean? Super Time Half Bowl? From a video where someone's wisdom teeth got removed, so he said the most random things ever. Oh, why do people do that? Get their wisdom teeth removed. I have mine. I kept mine. I don't. I think they're trying to scam people. Depends if your wisdom teeth are healthy. That's all. I would say mine are okay. Like my teeth aren't necessarily like bad. Like I'm sure there's probably some cavities here and there, but nothing early dentures inducing, nothing like that. fact, my adult teeth were all grown when I was 11. I think mine were not all there when I was 11. Um, it took a long time for my wisdom teeth to like stop hurting or whatever. So like it took like a long time for them to fully come out of my at the back of my mouth. But I just kept refusing. I just like whatever. It's not like it doesn't make sense to me. The idea of the procedure to like take the teeth out just because it hurts. Because eventually it stopped hurting. Eventually it came out. I think around 20, everything would have been fully grown in for me. Anyway, gonna go. I'm tired. Yep, have a good rest. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you when I see you. Good night. Are you gonna go for a 2.5 hour? Oh, I should check the time. It was original ending 8 minutes ago. Probably 8 minutes ago. Sounding like I made 2 hours. And I didn't notice. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, clock in 2 hours. And I was supposed to do something after the stream, but I don't know. I'm like pretty tired. I think I'll increase the you see how there's like that white line? I put that there to separate the characters, but I think maybe I'll increase it, but I'll wait for later because I could either increase it by making the top of her head more light, or yeah, I'll do that. Never mind. Yeah, I'll make the top of her head more light because I'll have to make the bottom of his shirt more dark since it's like less light's gonna be down there. Okay. Yeah, so tomorrow definitely I have to start on the next 2 pages. With the sketch method that I have, hopefully I'm able to do it faster, especially if I pay attention to the rules that I made for myself. To look at the larger composition, get the big strokes in, don't worry too much about detail, and then zoom in and start fixing things. All in one layer. Don't have to worry about, well, mostly on one layer, but yeah, I'll do that tomorrow. So, see you guys then. Alrighty, at least you got the some Dark Stone's basics, good arts, good stream. Yeah, see ya.